Chapter 6. Jimmy and Jessica tucked their kids tightly into bed, holding each of them for an extra second that night. They both headed quickly downstairs, slipping themselves into their corners of the couch, nervously awaiting news from the President of the United States.
My fellow Americans, tonight I want to speak plainly about a situation developing in the Midwest. Over the past several days, we have seen an unusual cluster of health-related incidents that are being investigated by our top medical experts. While the details are still emerging, I want to assure you that your federal government is fully engaged and working closely with governors and local officials. These events have caused understandable concern in certain communities. You may have seen or heard rumors online. Let me be clear. Much of what is circulating is inaccurate or exaggerated. I urge you to rely only on official updates from the CDC, FEMA, and this administration. Out of an abundance of caution, I am directing federal agencies to temporarily restrict unnecessary travel into and out of affected states. This is not a cause for alarm. It is a prudent step to help us gather the facts and ensure public safety. I want to stress, this is not a nationwide threat. Life for the vast majority of Americans will go on as normal, but we ask for your patience, your vigilance, and your trust as we take the steps needed to contain and understand this issue. In the coming days, I will provide you with further updates as more information becomes available. Until then, remain calm, continue your routines, and know that your government is taking decisive action to keep you safe. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Jimmy looked uneasily at Jessica. She was wiping her eyes but said nothing. He sounded confident that everything would be all right, he blurted, breaking the silence. "I guess so," was her dry response. "I'm going to bed. You should come too. I'll be up in a while, but I think I'll see what the news says about this first." After she had disappeared up the stairs, Jimmy took out his phone, searching YouTube for reactions to the president's speech. He again came across the blackout broadcast. Going live at 9:30 p.m., Jimmy decided to wait the 3 minutes and tune in to see what Mason and special guest Wyatt Creed had to share this time. With the news still chattering in the background, the black screen faded into the bearded face, who began with a loud and urgent tone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Blackout Broadcast, coming to you live from an undisclosed location deep in the Rocky Mountains. We just finished listening to what the president had to say in his address to the nation. I will be joined once again by Wyatt Creed of the Creed Files in a matter of minutes. Wyatt gave us some fantastic information when he joined us Thursday, and tonight it's going to be more explosive than anything I've ever heard before. Listen, folks, I've been doing this job of sharing the truth that the American people need to hear on various media platforms for the past 15 years. I've been talking about secret labs, black budget programs, bioweapons dressed up as medical research, and now, boom, it's loose. The elites in this country are pure evil, Satan-worshipping demons, and they have just released the hounds of hell. This is demonic. These people are crazy, and they're trying to cover it up with every ounce of energy they have left in their souls. Wyatt, are you there?
Yeah, Mason, can you hear me?
Yeah, Wyatt, we are live on numerous platforms. What can you share with us tonight?
I shudder to have to report this to you, Mason. I would be surprised if we aren't taken down on most of these platforms before this conversation is over. I've been told by multiple high-level government sources that what is going on in the middle of our country is being censored, blacklisted, shadow banned, or downright deleted by every social media platform that we have. The censorship is at an all-time high, and it is being directed by the highest levels of our government and those in these companies that are colluding with them.
Unbelievable. This should surprise no one. Keep going.
Here's what I've verified. A private biomedical lab southeast of Springfield, Missouri went dark 3 days ago. Families reported loved ones weren't coming home. Calls went unanswered. Then county sheriffs attempted entry. They never reported back.
Gone! Erased! That's what happens when they stumble into something they weren't supposed to see. Same thing happened at Waco. Same thing happened in Montauk. Same thing happened in...
Hold on, Mason. National Guard units followed up the next day. Contact was lost again almost instantly. That's when our very own special forces were sent in to mop up the mess and get to the bottom of things. Dozens of casualties. Leaked comms describes unhumanly aggressive personnel inside. That's a quote, not my words.
Pounding his desk, Mason shouted.
Unhumanly aggressive? Folks, that's not flu. That's not measles. That's the mystery fever. This is ground zero, the spark that lit the prairie fire.
In the chaos, several infected escaped containment. Locals described them as violent, delirious, impossible to reason with. Many were transported to ERs in Springfield and Joplin, Missouri, before anyone realized what they were dealing with.
And once they're in the hospitals, game over. Nurses scratched, bitten, contaminated. Then what happens? They go home, kiss their husbands, their wives, their kids. Then, bam! It's in the schools, in the churches. You cannot stop that. That's multiplication on a biblical scale.
Jimmy watched in awe as Mason's face started to flush. Wyatt continued to remain calm and calculated in his words and demeanor.
Here's the timeline, Mason. After special forces were forced to retreat before losing many casualties, state police sealed the area. Highways are blocked. Springfield and Joplin hospitals were then ordered to divert patients. Meanwhile, we tracked unusual military flights out of Whiteman Air Force Base. No passenger manifests, no media coverage.
Exactly what I've been warning you about. They didn't contain it. They moved it. Flown straight into major hubs. Houston, New York, maybe even D.C. They took the infected and spread them deliberately. Missouri was the test tube, folks. And now the whole country is the petri dish.
St. Louis ERs are already at capacity. Reports of mystery flu in Evansville, Indiana schools. Kansas City issued a quiet public health alert. None of this has been on mainstream media yet, but the memos are circulating.
And here's the bottom line. This isn't an accident. You don't get this many coincidences stacked on top of each other. Labs going dark, guardsmen dead, hospitals gagged, planes in the night. They wanted this out. And now it's out. Don't wait for mainstream news to tell you what's going on, because by then it'll be too late. Protect your family, prepare now, and remember, the blackout always tells you first. Wyatt, let's discuss what the president said in his address to the nation.
But before Wyatt could respond, the video ended. The message on the screen read, "This video is no longer available." Jimmy leaned back, the weight of the world pressing on his chest. The president's calm reassurances felt hollow against Mason and Wyatt's fire. Somewhere, across Missouri, Illinois, and now into Indiana, chaos was already creeping into reality. He imagined the streets, the hospitals, the schools, all ticking toward an unseen disaster. He couldn't shake the chill crawling up his spine. Something had been unleashed, and it wasn't waiting for permission. It was already here.